We've been slower than I would have liked, but we are in the process of coming out with substantive policy. It started with the Canada 150 conference, which was a public forum of thinkers from all over, not a liberal event. And then in June, we're going to be doing partisan conferences, the second wave of this, which is to really pull together what our platform is going to be, what our ideas are going to be, based on what we heard from Canadians and experts. And so really it's up to us to do better, to fill that vacuum, to own the debate, and get people talking about what we want them to talk about. In the absence of that, polls, as well as I do, that they're ethereal. So who knows why the gap increased, but what you really see is us going down and not the Conservatives going up by a substantial amount. Considering everything else, they're still under 40%. There's a core of conservatism in this country. They're going to have it always, obviously. If I were Harper, I'd be embarrassed, actually, more than anything. That a vast majority of Canadians did not vote for this Conservative government, but also a vast majority of Canadians do not want an NDP government. 85% of Canadians do not want an NDP government. So it would be a bit of a slap in the face to put somebody who is a bit reckless, like Jack Layton, in a seat of power without a mandate to do so. Eventually, we will weather the storm. We do everything we can to represent as many Canadians as we can. The Conservatives have an idea of what it means to be Canadian. They're trying to jam the country into that little box. And the NDP have their own little box, and they're trying to jam Canadians into that little box. Whereas we listen to Canadians, and we ask, what do you think it means to be Canadian? And we try to represent that. So even though we're going through some tough times right now, I'd rather be low in the polls before an election than high in the polls. So I'm actually pretty content with where we are right now.